Okay. I'm glad I didn't get to the meat of things. You can always add in the intro. You know, we can edit that one up. Welcome, Donald. I see Donald. Boom. All right, cool. So I want this time to be very engaging and fruitful for you. So what you're going to do is take notes, guys. I don't know if you've ever seen me teach, but when I teach, I drop mad gems and mad information. Like I get really into it. So I need you all to take notes, record, right? Get the information, get the info that you've come for, right? And last but not least, share this, right? It doesn't do us any good by harvesting and harboring information to ourselves. I want you all to just share it, give it out, give it away, because I'm here to give you all my top secrets in networking. And so the reason I began to talk more about this topic is I get questions like, well, Jeter, how do you build relationships with the people that you know? How have you been able to get into the rooms that you've gotten into? And, you know, you do sponsorships. How are you able to get in touch with people to sponsor your events and for people to do business with you? Like you travel all over the world, you meet all these great people, like your network is crazy. Like, how do you do it? And so I never really thought about it. So I began to really sit down and think about how do I get this done? And I just wanted to make sure that I pulled out some gems, right, to give to you, right? So one of the main roles of being a CEO and a founder is the relationship building piece. It starts with you. Did you know that? How many people knew that? I need you to say yes or no if you knew that part of your daily job is to build relationships for your business. Yes, no, yes, no. Give me some feedback. Who knew that? Yep, I saw it. Yes. It's the sauce. Exactly. Building those relationships is the sauce. It's going to get you into so many doors, right? So creating these relationships, both new, right, and with potential customers will allow your business to offer a more personalized customer service experience, right? So there's a study that 86% of customers claim that their experiences are just as important as the actual product that they actually purchase. We live in a society today, especially with the millennial generation, we tend to engage and patronize efforts and businesses that we feel a connection with, that we see, we like their brand story. We like the CEO. We like what they're doing. We don't just like the product. There's so many products out here. It is a very competitive market, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not just about the product. It's also about the experience that you get with the product. For example, Slutty Vegan. Slutty Vegan is one of many vegan restaurants in the world, but her brand is so big because of the experience that you get when you go to patronize her business across the country. She has a lot of locations in Georgia, right? So it's like, oh, I want to go there and have that experience. That customer service experience is top notch, right? So it benefits you to have these customer relational experiences and being able to really service your clientele at the highest level, right? So that is for sure a fundamental of relationship building. Make sure you write that down, you take that note, all right? So in regards to other benefits, right? By you building these relationships, it improves your own well-being. Right? We weren't born to be in solitude. We were born to be in relation with each other. We were born to be in community with each other. We were born because we thrive off of the engagement of each other, right? The energy that we can exchange, the moods, right? That's why it's always very important that you mind your mood, right? And that you take care of your energy and what you bring into a space, because it affects everybody, right? So it is so positive for your well-being to have healthy relationships for your business. And it also improves the well-being of your business. When you have relationships and when you have a strategy in place to build those relationships, right? So there are 4 types of business relationships that will super benefit your business as you're building, okay? So I need everybody to drop the number 4. Okay, we're gonna go over the 4 types of business relationships. Go ahead and drop 4 in the comments, and welcome to everybody who's hopping on. Go ahead and throw some love up, some chat. Y'all need to get excited. We need to get excited, right? 4, there are 4 types of business relationships. And the first one is social support. What this means is that we are both seeking and providing support to another person, right? So as a business owner, as a leader that is seeking, focus on engaging with someone you trust, someone who is interested in your well-being, right? So a good way to define this person is normally, through conversations that you have that are very positive conversations and situations that are to grow you and not hinder you, right? So maybe like a peer group may be a really good option for you to have that social support. We absolutely need social support. You need that positive reinforcement, right? Those conversations that are going to be high energy, that the vibes are going to take you to another good level, right? That's going to keep you interested. Just supporting your well-being, right? And that is one of the great benefits of being in a mastermind and having that group of supporters there with you, because everybody might be in different niche and everybody has different business, but that social support, we all can relate to just the experience of being a CEO, right? Does that make sense? Okay, bet. What's up, everybody? Good to see all y'all. We in here. So the second one is the mentoring relationship. How many people have mentors? Or maybe you mentor other people. How many people have mentors? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Who has a mentor or who is a mentor? I will say that I have been blessed to have wonderful mentors in my life. And I also have had the opportunity to mentor others as well along the way, other students, young women, college students. That mentorship piece is extremely important. It's a great win-win relationship. So as a mentor, you're usually in that teaching capacity, right? You're already very familiar with the information that you're sharing to your mentees. So you're a guide for them, right? And so this has to be on the mute yourself.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. What's up? Welcome to the call, everyone. I see y'all. So that mentorship, that relationship, that's what we were just talking about, right? So it's very effective. It's extremely effective, which is why there's so many mentoring programs all over the world, right? The mentees win because they are increasing their altitude, right? They are growing with positive support, positive advice. And with the mentor, we also grow in the experience of being able to give to another person and be able to share what we've learned along our journey, right? And so mentorship actually does increase the self-confidence of a person. So if you don't have a mentor, get a mentor. And if you are a mentor, I want to clap for you for helping somebody else get their confidence up and really support their growth and their professional growth. Mentorship is extremely important. So that is a type of a business relationship. And it's so funny that we use the word business relationship because sometimes I think we use it in society to kind of like categorize the type of relationship we have. Like, oh, these are business relationships, these are personal relationships, these are my family members, but I often think like, all right, we got a business relationship, but outside of business, would you still be my friend? Or are we just in this transactional, phase? So I want you to really think about what that looks like, the business side of your relationships too, because people don't want to just be connected with people that are extremely transactional. You can feel it, you can see it a mile away. And it's not always a good feeling if you feel like, you're just doing things back and forth as a transaction, right? So that's why having a networking strategy, having a relationship type of strategy in your business is extremely important. It's going to increase the well-being overall, your customer experience overall, but also you're going to be able to touch people, a lasting impression and lasting touch on them is extremely positive. So think about that, okay? So as we move on, the third type of relationship is the service of others, right? Doing good for others, having those good deeds, acts of kindness, helping people, a lot of community projects. I'm from Philly, and Philly is so good on give back initiatives. A lot of our inner cities are really those random acts of kindness, us helping, just the disadvantaged population amongst our communities and just doing the service and good for others. But this is a positive reflection on your business. When people see you doing good for others, just for the sake of you just being a good person and you just doing community good, that is a relationship building tool. And I don't want you to think about or look at it as like, oh, I'm doing this for, this result. No, you should do it because you're a good person. But ultimately, it's going to show that you are such an awesome leader and that people like that, right? They'll connect with you because of it. And sometimes people will just do business with you because they see that you care about the community. So think about that. Think about that as the third type of business relationship. So I'm definitely going to be taking a couple of questions. So make sure that you drop them in the comments, you drop them in the chat. You let me know what's going on. If you have any comments or anything like that, definitely get engaged with me, okay? For sure.
Coach Eater?
Would you say?
Nah, just hyping you up. Go ahead.
What's up? What's up, Mike? Good to see all my folks. Definitely. Okay, so that fourth relationship is the role model, right? So this relationship is just modeling, after someone that you admire, someone who you emulate, someone that is very positive, that you see yourself in them, and they give you, good examples. Stand up, society, stand up person for society. So this is very good for business, because if you have a team, you can encourage your team to be role models, not only at work, but in the community. So that social good, going back to the service of others, is extremely empowering. And trust me, it will benefit your business, and it will bring back positive reinforcements and a positive just reputation about you and your company and those that you have hired to work for you. Just like bad news travel fast. So if you have, team members, employees out there acting nuts, it's going to get back to your brand. This is your brand we build, and this is serious, right? So these are 4 positive relationships that will impact your business in such a great way. So I want you to think about what this looks like for you. Number 1, social support. Number 2, mentoring. Number 3, service of others. And number 4, role model. Okay. So thank you to everybody who's definitely sharing this. I need y'all to get real busy on y'all stories, okay? So I need y'all to hook me up with tag your girl, share the information, let them know we out here. We got really good stuff for them. Tag me, share me, that would be dope. The second half of this, and before we get into the Q&A, I'm going back to that know, like, and trust factor, right? How many people heard of that famous quote, know, like, and trust? If people know you, if people like you, people trust you, they're going to do business with you. And that's really, that's the basis of it, right? So you can't just build a brand, right? So some of the biggest PR pitfalls that I've seen, the PR troubles that I've seen, is people who have these really large online personas, and they build these brands that they look good from afar, right? But they're not, you can't touch them. But they don't have a rapport with the community. So it's really hard for them to go into the community and galvanize a group, or get people to come out, because there's no human connection. There's no community grassroots, hometown connection, because they feel so removed from it, right? That's an example of a brand that we don't know. We don't know you really. We see you, but we don't really know you. So you want to have that know, like, and trust factor in your business as well. Okay. So how many people think that they kind of, struggle with some of these principles? How many people think that this is something you never really thought about? It's not something that you're super investing in. What is y'all's take on it? Let me know in the comments. Go ahead and drop a comment. How y'all feeling on this one? People trust you and to be kind and beneficial. Yep, for sure. People like people, peer to peer. It's a balance. Have to find it and maintain it. Yep, you do that. Know, like, and trust. And then also it's that fine line, in our society today, I don't care if nobody like me. You ain't gotta like me. Nah, I care about people liking me, because when you like me, that means you're going to refer my business. You're going to talk positive about me out in the community. You're going to tell people that I'm a good person to know, right? You're going to look out for me. When people don't like you, you don't always get those positive testimonials. I have no network. I realize that's a hold up for me. Come on, Mia. You are attached to the greatest, girl. You got to utilize the tools that's in your toolbox, Mia. Reputation matters. It sure does. Cool. Thank y'all for that, right? So The know factor is, what do people know about you? So I want everybody to write in the comments, what do people know about your business? Do they know you? What do they know? What do they know about you? Do people know enough about you? What do they know about you? Let me know. Or it's some people on Zoom. Y'all can talk to me as well. Y'all can come on camera. Y'all can talk. We can have a little dialogue. What do people know about you? Go ahead and write it in the comments. What people know about me is Jeter get it popping. Jeter gonna be on a yacht. Jeter does PR and she gets media placements done. People know a lot about women in media when it comes to my brand. People love that part of my brand, that they love that company. Mike Fields scales your business. Yes, yes. Yep. I owe it to others. That's the beauty of life. I got everywhere and have accomplished great things because of the people I've networked with. Exactly. Them connections matter. They know I'm a connector, a motivator, and I will work hard. That's an excellent reputation. I don't think they know enough. That's okay. That's why you got me. That's what I'm trying to figure out where y'all at with this. They need to know y'all. They need to know y'all. They know that I'm a college expert, educator, advisor, author, and presenter. We definitely do know that about you, Dr. Jones. Cool. So that know factor, they also, what is your background? What are your interests, right? Your professional and personal interests. And it's up to you how personal you want to get, but nowadays we get real personal. Which organizations do you belong in, right? So really, to raise your know factor, it's important to utilize these online platforms, right? Sometimes we're not posting enough, right? Do you know you're supposed to post 3 times a day? You're supposed to post 3 times a day on all the platforms. So if you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and Twitter, well, Twitter, you probably need to tweet more than 3, but on those other ones, 3 times a day. You got to keep that profile active. You need 10 stories active at all times. You need to make sure the link in your bio is updated. You need to make sure you have some sort of funnel, some sort of website. You need to be Googleable, right? And so your PR, those articles that get done about you, you having a YouTube channel, you being on podcasts, that's going to raise your know factor, right? So we got to make sure that you're Googleable, right? And so those are all things for sure I can help you with once you tap in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you definitely want to tap in with me, you're going to want to DM the word mastermind. Go ahead and DM the word mastermind if you need to tap in with me to raise your profile to get some of these things done for you. My team, we can definitely make sure that is done for you because it's really going to affect your business. So I'm going to tell you a story. When I close deals, a lot of times the people that come to me, I close them because they've Googled me. They Google me and then they're like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. She all over the internet. And then they sit there and they look at my videos. They read the articles about me in the newspaper and on the magazines. They listen to the podcast episodes. They look at some blog posts, like, 1, 2, 3 Google pages full of information, right? That means that you are actively sharing, and so that helps you close deals. How many people want to close more deals? How many people want to get more people in their pipeline? That means that know factor has to be increased immediately. So you need to go ahead and DM me the word mastermind so that we can make sure that people can Google you, right? The next one is that like factor, right? People like other people who are helpful, who are kind, who are not pushy, right? So when we're applying a networking attitude, think about what you can share with other people, answering their questions, being of resource to them. Always give value first. When you give value first, that is for sure a way to raise your like factor in general for your business. When you become a resource for people, when people know, hey, let me go to their page and let me learn something new today, right? Let me tap into their podcast and see, who they're interviewing. You being able to share that information shows that you are a selfless person. You're not that crabs in a barrel type of person. You're that person that actually wants to give, and you become extremely helpful. That will raise your like factor. And just having a pleasing and pleasurable attitude and demeanor about you. Just basic stuff. Just be likable in that regard, right? And so now we're going to get into that trust factor, right? And so there's 2 kinds of trust. Did you know that there's two kinds of trust? How many people would consider themselves an expert? How do you know that you're an expert? My people on Zoom, y'all can come off of, I encourage you to come off of your microphone, off your video, and get a little involved.
You an expert, like some people say. Well, I would say because you put the time in, like you have a verifiable track record. That's expert level, a verifiable track record.
That's a fact, Trey. Thanks for that. So Trey is definitely on point. So there's actually a rule to this. Have you heard about the 10,000 hour rule? 10,000 hour rule. If you put 10,000 hours in something, training, sports, you're an athlete, you have a skill that you do, whatever you do, you put 10,000 hours in, you are considered an expert. An expert. So I felt really good when I read that book. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm an expert at a couple of things, like being super, super dedicated at something. And that means you have to be diligent and consistent at it, right? Sometimes, I see some people who just kind of flip-flop from thing to thing. That doesn't create that consistency for you to become that expert. So you got to have that stick-with-itness and be able to raise that trust factor about you, right? So when people trust you as an expert, this part of the trust factor can be raised when you are, again, giving out information and teaching on your particular topic and sharing information in your particular niche, right? So experts tend to be authors, right? People look at authors as experts. They look at speakers as experts. Normally, if you getting on somebody's stage, you raising a level of expertise in the area. People are not gonna let you on the stage just talk about anything, right? So when you see speakers and things like that, those people are considered experts as well. But that time put in, will signify for sure. So your other trust factor is also will come through recommendations from other people describing you as a professional. So it's so decent and it's so necessary for you to get those testimonials and for people to be able to refer your business and to get recommendations. And that all goes back to you nurturing that relationship with that great customer service and delivering on what you do, in a way that will create the results that they're seeking. So when you get those recommendations from people, that trust factor is through the roof, y'all. So shout outs to everybody who already get those referrals for their business. I love those referrals too. And then when people, they refer you, they make you feel so good. They introduce you to their people and they share all the positive things about you. And for me, I work for those referrals. Like, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that my customers have a very positive experience. I want to make sure that what they come for, I've delivered on, because at the end of the day, I'm working for that referral. I want you to go out here and tell the world that, listen, if you need some PR and marketing for your business, go on and call Jeter. She know what she doing. She did this, that, and the third for me. If you just looking to grow your business in general and get around a dope network, then you want to make sure that you call Jeter for sure. So, 13 years being invested also has allowed me the time to build a sustainable network. I've invested in my network. I'm not one of those fly by night people who just come and just be in the room. Now, I invest in the rooms that I'm in, which means that I sometimes pay for access. I join organizations and I pay to be a member. I position myself, I volunteered. I've sat on boards and given my advice. I've done the due diligence. That due diligence is extremely important to raise your trust factor. It gives you the opportunity to then move about the community in a way as, people like you, they trust you and they want you around, so it's extremely important that you too invest in getting around a network, right? And so my network is super dope. It's one that's filled with just, somebody called me yesterday, was like, hey, do you know anybody looking for a job? I said, no, because my network is filled with bosses. So I'm sorry I can't help you, but I think you can go to LinkedIn and find some people who are looking, and it's, you got to know who your network is, right? So, nowadays I am growing into my business being multi-million. So guess who your girl's sitting around? Millionaires and billionaires, dog, where they at? because I want to learn from them. I want to get the information that I need to grow my business. And so that's important, right? So invest in your networks, definitely, for sure, right? So if this information is super dope to you, you're like, hey, I want to work with you, Jeter. I want to see how I can raise my know, like, and trust factor. I give away a lot of value. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just overly give. I get excited about this kind of stuff. But if that's you, if you're like, yo, I'm serious, I'm not going out of this year without making sure I'm in the right rooms, making sure that the right people talking about me and that my relationships and my business is on point, then you're going to want to DM me the word mastermind so we can connect and get you connected with my folks, with me, so we can do some work on your business and figure it out for sure, right? So that is the trust factor, y'all. That's the know, like, and trust factor. That's what I got for you. So what did you feel? Like, how was this information? Was this valuable to you? Did you take away a gem? Do you have a question? And did you take away a gem? Timothy said, boss. It's great to get recommendations. Oh, yes, that's a really good point, Dr. Jones. So Dr. Jones shared, it's great to get recommendations from others on LinkedIn. And thank you for reminding me of that, because I definitely get video testimonials from people and I put them on my website. But I need all y'all to also go to my LinkedIn, leave me a referral, a recommendation on LinkedIn. That's really, really good. And if you are ignoring your LinkedIn, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You're leaving a lot of potential business on the table. Instagram is wonderful. Facebook is amazing, but LinkedIn is also something that's just as amazing too, right? So make sure that your LinkedIn profile is up to date and you're active there. Anything that you post, just post all the same content on all the same platforms. Sometimes, on my LinkedIn, I got to switch up, my picture or whatever, because I'm super lifestyle and I'm always in a bathing suit. I don't post that on LinkedIn. I'll just go and put on my regular stuff. But as long as you just have images that, are business forward, you're good. Go ahead and make sure you're posted there. 100 agree. Yes, the amount of posts for daily social media was a great tip. Oh, perfect. And optimize your LinkedIn. What you mean optimize your LinkedIn, Nadia? LinkedIn is very valuable. Professionals are looking. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. So how many people want help in these areas? How many people want to scale their business by nurturing relationships and getting new relationships? If that's you, I need you to drop a comment right now. Say that's me in the comment. If you want to dig deeper into this, Mia. Okay, Mia. All right, Mia, make sure you DM me. Yes, yo, relationship building can be a lot of fun, but I do understand that there are introverts and extroverts, so we're just going to make sure that you're equipped with what you need to make you comfortable and that you have a strategy in place for this, right? Your business needs to have a marketing strategy in general. This is going to be a part of your marketing and your branding strategy, period. And so when we get together for my next mastermind, September 29th through October 1st, these are strategies that we talk about. We talk about a marketing strategy. We talk about a branding strategy. In fact, we don't talk about it. We are about it. So you get the information and you implement it, right? So we come together for 3 days in Miami. This is the last one I'm doing. I don't even know if I want to do these next year. I haven't decided, but I've honored my word this year and I've done 3. So this is the 3rd one. And then I'll see what I want to do if I want to do it next year. If y'all don't come, I'm canceling it. I'm going to do something different. You're going to see me on Zoom with my crazy afro. How about that? No more yachts for you. No more pools for you. Just Zoom calls. We're gonna go back into the pandemic. So I don't know if I'm having another mastermind after this one. So if you haven't been, then you definitely want to make sure you get in the room. It's super simple. Just go ahead and DM me the word mastermind, and we'll just get you connected to the group. The group maxes out at 75 people, and I'm happy to share that I'm at 60 people. And once I get to 70, I'm tapped out. I'm not going to open that up, right? So this is just some of the information that we give away at the mastermind, but it's super incredible. And you'll get to meet my affiliates and my business partners, the people who I make money with on a daily basis. Their businesses are already at 7 figures and 8 figures. And so they're literally giving away the game, right? They're talking about systems and sales and funding, which is a whole nother topic that I know that a lot of us need help with, right? So is this going to be recorded? It is going to be recorded, but the magic is being in the room. The magic is being in the room. So you guys really want to make sure that you're in the room. Honored to have been in attendance for your first mastermind. Thank you, Nadia. Come back to the last one. This might be the finale. We're going out September 29th through October 1st. This might be the last one, folks. So definitely make sure y'all get there. And it's super simple. If you want to get the information, just DM me the word mastermind. If you're here on the Zoom chat, I'm just going to post the link for you. So when you get to the mastermind link, right, what you're going to do is you're going to click apply. If you don't click apply, then you won't be able to come. That's the way that you get into the room. So you're going to apply to the mastermind, guys. And you're going to click to apply to the mastermind. And there you're going to really be able to take your business to another level. I will tell you that 2 years ago, I was about to lose and go out of business. I decided that it was not working anymore. And actually, Mia was a part of my business at that time. I was done, y'all. I was like out the door. But I ended up investing in a mastermind, and then I invested in my second one. And then 2 years later, I've invested in 13 masterminds. And I am not the same person. I left Philadelphia and I became a completely different person. One, I changed my environment. Two, my mindset shifted because I got around people who were at the level that I wanted to be at, right? I know I'm gonna be a multi-million-dollar business owner. I'm going to billions. Forget that. I know I'm gonna be a multi-billion-dollar business owner. I know that my life is set up to be one of abundance, right? So by me getting around those people, it shifted a lot in me. And then it was just the information. It was so valuable to get some of these tools, right? A lot of us come from communities where lower to middle class communities where you don't have many examples of millionaires and billionaire business owners. So naturally, we figured it out together, right? But entrepreneuring don't got to be ghetto like that. We ain't got to figure it out. We could just go get the information. I'm over the whole ghetto entrepreneurship, y'all. I'm going to get the information. I'm going to apply the information. I will tell you that Miami has not only been a mindset shift for me, it has been a lifestyle change for me. It has been an entire upgrade, right? For me personally and my business. All of my expenses have doubled and God continues to provide, right? So this was not like a dream move. This was like God said move and I went and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But I was able to invest in so many masterminds. I've mastermind with Elena Cardone, with Grant Cardone, with David Shands, Marquel Russell, Nehemiah Davis. I've mastermind with all these people and I've gotten really, really great information that allowed me to 10x my profits by implementing the information that they gave me. And I'm so happy to share all that information with you and then also to give you access to that information as well. So don't feel like you can't make it, right? Don't feel like your business is just going to be stagnant for the rest of forever. Like, and don't feel like you got to go to YouTube University to watch hours to kill your time to get it. Nah, get the cheat code, come through, get the information in 3 days and be out. Go implement the information and connect with me and let's work. You see what I'm saying? So go ahead and apply to the mastermind. When you go to Meet Up to Millions Miami Mastermind, meetup2millionsmastermind.com, click apply, get on my calendar, and I want to meet with you and I want to talk to you about scaling and growing your business with these principles that you need to get to the next level, okay? So if you need the link, DM me the word mastermind, and I'm going to make sure that you get that right now because it's go time. Like, it's the last quarter, is it? It's about to be the last quarter. And then it's a wrap. And then we into the next year. So those goals that you have, right, for this year, let's make sure that we hit those goals together. We go further together as a community when we lock arms. Wait, I got some advice. I got some questions. What advice do you regularly ask your mentors? I ask all money questions. I ask questions about sales. And I ask a lot of questions about how to get access to different rooms, really. But when it comes to the processes in my business, I ask a lot of those questions too, like how to speed up the process. Right now, I am automating a PR business. I feel like this ain't never been done before. I've been like really going through it because I'm like, I gotta automate this business. But it's like, it's kind of ghetto. It's like I'm using duct tape and putting it together. Ain't no book on this. Like PR agencies are not like, they're not like banks, right? It's hard to find like a rule book of how to do it. And a lot of our businesses are that same way because we have very unique business ideas. So I'm automating the business and I'm learning a lot about automations. So that has been a lot of my questions too, really, how can I speed up the process and create that customer experience, like a map inside of the business? So I'm engineering it in another way. So that's some of the stuff that I asked. What you're doing is amazing. Keep it up. So proud of you. Oh, thanks, Tim. Thank you. Any other questions, y'all, before we end this? Has this been like good for you? Like, do you want more of this? Y'all quiet? Amazing. It's needed. Yes. Very good. Cool. Perfect. Great. Easy to apply. Yes, we don't need nothing too complicated. It is small things, and it's small things that you're gonna grasp that's gonna be, transformation switches for you. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, you need to have a marketing strategy in your business, and that marketing strategy should involve a networking strategy. And I mean, the networking strategy is for any business on any level. I will tell you that, and the thing about the networking strategy and having the relationships, it saves on your marketing budget. Because when you have relationships and people know you, you don't got to buy attention all the time. People will point you in the direction of where you need to go and say, her, go here. Yup, meet this person. Yup, come to this. Yup, exactly, do this, right? And when people like you, know you, and trust you, they want to give you things. They just want to support you because they want to see you grow. So let's raise your know, like, and trust factor. DM me the word mastermind if you're serious, not curious. I'm not looking for curious people. I'm looking for serious people who take action, who mean what they say and do what they say, and are ready to level up. Like, seriously. Can I piggyback off the networking strategy? Yeah, you want to come off of Zoom? I mean, you want to come off of your microphone, Nadia?
Yeah, Jeter, you're killing it, girl. Listen, she is so freaking right. It's so funny that you said to add a networking strategy in your marketing strategy, because I have literally seen like small businesses literally go to a networking event just to study how the event was put together and do it themselves and add it themselves. And that was a part of their marketing plan. I'm literally running the same exact play that she's talking about for one of my clients down in Miami. She's in a wellness children's industry kind of thing. And I literally told her, in 2023, you need to go to 3 wellness or just children networking events, conferences. You don't have to be on the stage. You can just sit and attend, but invest in those rooms so that you can literally go and study. And she was like, oh my God, I haven't been to a room in 10 years. And she's been running her business since she was 19. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, when you said that, I was like, oh my God, let me tell people how real that advice really was. Like, what Jeter is literally saying, y'all, is so true. Like, if you're confused about where to start, a lot of times small businesses don't know where to start because they just don't see. They don't see the examples. So networking and being in those rooms, like she said, paying to play, that is like the best marketing strategy right there, is just watching what other people do and how they do it. So you rocking, girl. Keep going.
I appreciate you, Nadia. Yeah, that's getting in the room, like she said, and just really studying at people's feet. I think that's awesome. So consider thinking about like, who are the leaders, who are those top tier people in your industry, right? And show up where they show up. For sure, in my goals list that I have listed out on my vision map, I had the masterminds that I was going to attend this year. And I look back at it today and I was like, yes, I attended 3 out of the masterminds that I said I wanted to connect to. And 2 of the other 2 that's on there is coming up in September. So I'm like, I'm putting my goals into action, and I'm putting them into action plans. So definitely network, every quarter, if you can, go to industry events and get in the room. Get in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, the number one rule is to always show up. That advice has really allowed my business to flourish. I started out on the local level as a local publicist in Philadelphia, and I blessed my butt. I proved my know, like, and trust factor. And that gave me the foundation that I needed to elevate to a national level, right? So y'all, we ain't beating the horse. Y'all gonna DM me. We're gonna take this to another level. I'm actually going to go to network right now. Actually, there's like this mansion waterfront events, probably beach condo situation here in Miami, hosted by the global billionaire and top doctor magazine. So I'm gonna go hit that room, see what's good, just connect with some new people. I probably will be the only person in there with my afro. That's normally what happens in Miami. But yeah, I'm gonna get on and do that. Thank you everybody for tapping in, for being here tonight. I definitely thank you. I left for people who are on Zoom, I posted the link for you to apply so you can come with us to Meet Up to Millions Miami Mastermind, which is September 29th through October 1st. It's my last one. And I don't know if I'm doing it again because I just haven't gotten that far. But I will honor my commitment this year. I said I was going to host 3 masterminds. This is the last one. So if you're super serious and you're not curious, make sure you go ahead and DM me the word mastermind. We're going to get you set up. We're going to have a meeting directly with me. We're going to talk about how we can grow and excel your business. I'm happy to be of resource to y'all. Thanks for tapping into the masterclass, because we mastering it up. But let's go ahead and knock it out. Let's get it done, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.
Peter, what's up? I was trying to wait till everybody was out the room. You still there? No? All right.